everybody, it's Vicki from the Purple Penguin Craft Room, and today we're going to be making a winter tree. This is, I'm calling this a winter tree wall hanging, but you know what, you can make this a Christmas tree if you really want to. We're going to go ahead and jump right into the crafting, and the supply list will be at the end, followed by a full-on picture as well. Happy crafting. We're going to start with this 8x10 canvas. This is just a regular stretch canvas. I got this from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to go ahead and take off the canvas part. This is going to be our background. We're going to use this basically for the frame portion of our project. This is going to be a wall hanging. And so this is simple, easy canvas. It just got the staples on the back. Sometimes it's kind of more of a pain to try and actually remove the staples. They're getting better about putting them in further. So I just like to take an X-Acto knife. Be careful with this. We just go along the top and the sides. You can try and pull this off if you are able to. Sometimes you can get it. Sometimes this can be the hardest part of the project here. You can just save this canvas for another project. Try and rip this last portion of it here. That works too sometimes. And we'll just save that for another day. Sometimes on these, we definitely need to get this off though. Some of these are lifted and some of them are not. But we need to make sure we can get it to where sometimes I like to use a little Phillips head screwdriver. If they're lifted up enough, you can get underneath this and pry them up. Sorry about that, guys. This is real life crafting. These are kind of sticking up a little bit. I think I can put my screwdriver under there. will be fine. So this is going to be the back. This will be our front. And see how they put these nice little kind of, I don't know, angle nails to hold these together. So it's actually put together pretty well, especially for Dollar Tree. That's pretty good. But you don't have to use Dollar Tree frame. If you want to just, you can get frames anywhere. The stretch canvas frames you can get at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, Joann's, a frame shop. You can even get them at Walmart too. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to antique wax these. I also have, these are the quart paint sticks. They're basically like jumbo popsicle sticks is what they are. I got these at Lowe's or Home Depot is where I get these in the paint section. They call them paint stir sticks basically. But we're going to use 10 of these. And the good thing about these, they fit almost perfect from side to side. If you put 10 of them, they fit in this 8x5 or 8x10 canvas like almost perfectly, like they were meant to be in this. So I definitely recommend these. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use our Waverly Antique Wax, and we're going to stain everything. So I am actually going to put some gloves on just because I don't feel like having brown fingers today. But you don't have to wear gloves. It is not like regular stain. It's not going to hurt your fingers if you get it on your hands or anything like that. Sometimes I don't like to get brown under my fingernails all the time. And you treat it just like a stain. You put it on and kind of wipe it down. You can choose to do the front and the back if you choose to, but you don't have to. It just depends on the look you're looking for. And you don't really have to worry too much about in between because they are going to go up against each other. It is just a damp baby cloth or baby wipe is all I'm using. So you can use like a damp cloth or anything that you want there. You kind of wipe. So we're going to do 10 of these. And then we're also going to do the frame here too. Be careful with this. It's not sanded. It's not going to be perfect. You may or may not get splinters. So I'm pre-warning you. Do be careful when you're doing this. And we're just going to do the fronts, and on the inside, don't forget your inside portion as well. If you have a problem with the getting in that crack there, get a paintbrush. I recommend doing a paintbrush in there. So we've got all of our staining done. Our last step with these pieces before we attach them to our base here, I do want to do like a light whitewash on them. I'm going to use, it's an off-white, it's called Light Buttermilk. So Light Buttermilk is what it's called, by Deco Art. And I really want to do, like I said, a really light, dry brush. So we're going to use this really messy brush. I got this from the Dollar Tree. It was a pack of 3. But it's like just really super duper messy. Like it's not one of these brushes that you would actually want to paint a lot with. But you want to just I want to offload quite a bit. So I just want a little bit. And we're just going to take and just kind of do, because I want to see the wood staining through it. So we're just going to do that. And if I go too heavy, we can go back and antique wax a little bit more if we want, or we could sand it, whatever. So that's what they're going to look like. So basically, they look like this, they're going to look like this. So we want a little bit more of a kind of a white background, kind of. And you can go heavy in some places, whatever. It's totally up to you. And you don't have to do this at all. You could totally just do a white background if you just want to do a white background. I like the look of the wood through the white, personally. Like I said, this is my project, so I'm just giving you ideas, and make yours your own. Okay, so we got all the white done. We got to make sure this is going to be our front. You don't have to make this. You can, if you can get all the staples out of this, or even maybe if you like the look of the staples, you can make this your front if that's what you want to do. So I am choosing not to try and take all those staples out. We're actually just going to use this part. I don't mind the look of this. That's okay for me. And so we're just going to flip this over. This is going to be the back. And what we want to do is make sure we stick our popsicle sticks with the white side down, because we want to see them on the inside, right? So let's just take these out of here for just a second. I am going to use, instead of hot glue, I am going to use tacky glue. So this is just your basic regular tacky glue is what I'm using here, because I don't always like using hot glue all the time. Especially with wood projects, I kind of like the tacky glue. The only catch is it is going to take some time for setup to dry. That's really what it comes down to. So like I said, we're going to 10 of these. Make sure the white side is down, and I'm pretty sure we can go all the way to the end here. And the good thing with this tacky glue is I can move it around. I'm not in a hurry because it's not going to set up on me right away. So if I don't get these quite in the right position, I have plenty of time to move them around. See how it gets on both ends perfectly. It's a little warped there. That one on the end here. We can scoot down just a little if we want to. Perfect. This one being a little bit warped, I'm just going to take, I've got some of these Dollar Tree clamps. I'm actually just going to clamp that down while it dries so it fixes that being warped part of it. Okay, so that's all set. Now we're just going to set this off to the side for just a minute here and let that set up and dry. We're going to bring in our tree here. We're going to prep our tree. Now they call these garden stakes, is what they call these. It's at the Dollar Tree. And I just like the metal, use of the metal. But we don't need this part of it here. So we just, usually you can twist and break this part off. Usually it's twisting, but it's not coming out. There we go. See how that just came, that popped out perfectly. All right, so now I want to go ahead, once I have this like this, I want to use, when we put it in our background, I want it to pop out a little bit, and the fact that it's got this, where it's got this edge, and then it kind of dips in a little bit. So it's not going to come flush up against a flat surface. So we're going to take Jenga blocks. These are just Dollar Tree Jenga blocks. And we're going to glue them to the back of this. I am going to be using some E6000. This is a E6000 Quick Hold. I'm using E6000 Quick Hold on it. Because it is metal, so I like E6000 works really good with metal surfaces. This is quick hold, but it still will take a little bit of time to set up. So even though it says quick hold. And beware, it does have a very, very strong smell. So you're aware of that. It does have a very strong smell. It will take a little bit of time to set up. However, we're going to be working on the front of it. So look at it. Here we go. So while it's setting up, we still do stuff to the front of it. So I want to go ahead, because it is a metal surface, I want to start with a chalk paint base. It's going to stick on there better. We're going to use, let's see, what color is this? Scallion. Sorry. We're going to use Scallion Waverly chalk paint. And this is just a green, like a lime green. But this is just going to be our base. We're not going to, this is not going to, I mean, it could stay this way if you really want to. But this is just, I'm using this as just a base. So that my acrylic paint sticks to it better. I like it when our acrylic paint sticks to things it's supposed to. I mean, you could paint acrylic paint on metal. It just may peel away easier. Usually the chalk paint has a little bit sturdier. You may find when doing this project, you may want to actually just leave the tree the color it is. It's not bad. It really is not. I just want to kind of make this a little more winter-like, not necessarily Christmas, but this is more like a winter tree. That's what this is. Okay, so the top for the first coat is dry. This is the chalk paint. So now we're going to go with, this is a matte finish. And this is, was it Classic Green, which I really love this green. This is acrylic paint. It is, like I said, a matte finish. We're just going to kind of play with how we want this to. I don't want it to be solid. I want it to kind of look. I like the swoopy look. Maybe I'll change that. Change that up. We're going to go swoopy. I'm just going to go really heavy and just kind of swoop it out. I am going to add some white to this, so to kind of make like snow on it. I like a little bit of the light green to kind of show through, actually. Like I said, this is a matte finish too, so it looks kind of shiny right now, but it will kind of tone itself out. If you see the streaks in it, I actually like that. That's what I'm going for, is the streaks. There we go. I like how that looks. Then we'll let that dry. And then, like I said, I want to do some white on it too, like it has snow on it. So we're going to bring back in that off-white color, the light buttermilk color. We're going to be bringing that back in. And we're going to make it look like snow a little bit here. So I kind of wanted to okay. We're done with our snow there. I do want to put a little bit of brown on his trunk. I think we're going to go with a darker brown. This is bark brown. It's appropriate. Bark brown. And, you know, I'm doing this, but you may not see it with the last step that I do with this project, and that will come to light later. So, we're going to take our board, like how cute is that with the white on the outside there, or on the inside there, and we're going to go ahead and put our tree careful here. We're going to do some glue on this. I'm going to use the tacky glue again. Try not to, there we go. Place it. Now I do want it kind of, I do want it centered. I do want it centered in placement. And the reason behind that is we're going to make snow down here at the bottom. So we're going to actually just, this needs to be dry first. So we're going to just set this off to the side for a little while. Let that set up and dry. And then I will show you how I make snow. For the most part, it's kind of set up. We're going to try and be just careful with it while we put our snow down here at the bottom. We don't want our tree to be floating in the middle of our picture here. Although you could totally just leave it like this and just let your tree just, you know, and this would look really cute if you had two of them and you kind of did like the little bit offset on a wall somewhere. These would make excellent just kind of winter trees. But you could decorate them for Christmas if you want. Do like Christmas balls or ornaments on them, you know, however you want to do. You can do some tinsel. You could totally dress these up as Christmas trees. We're going to be using some spackling. This is just some regular spackling. I got mine at Walmart. You can get it at any of the hardware stores or wherever you can get spackling. I use my finger. I just use my finger, and we are just going to spread it like snow. I don't mind getting a little messy. This is starting to kind of get a little bit dry and chunky a little bit. Probably about due for a new one here. But this is nothing special. You're just going to put it in here, smooth it out where you want to, you know, make it look like snow and texture where you want to. It's totally going to be your project. Again, this will take a couple hours to set up as well, but it will dry hard, and you could paint it. You can, you know, you can put little things in it if you want to put like little snowmen or something in it. You could totally do that too. That would be really cute. But you don't have to. This is just my way of making my little tree kind of stand out a little bit. He is kind of, if you look at it, he is kind of away from the back of the board. So it does kind of look like he's floating a little bit here. So that's why I kind of like to build up the snow a little bit. Kind of give him to where he looks like he's sitting in the snow. They do have spackling at Dollar Tree as well, if you can ever find it. Sometimes I can't find it at my Dollar Tree. It doesn't always carry it. Okay. I don't want it on my face here, and this just wipes off. So I'm trying to put it a little bit thicker. I put a tree here. And that's why I said I might even cover up part of the trunk so it looks like it's actually in the snow instead of just sitting on top of it. Because we all know trunks go all the way to the base here. However, if any of you ever been out in the woods with the snow and whatnot, you will notice trees do not have, evergreen trees will not have snow at the base. I mean, unless they're really skimpy up at the top, they will have what they call tree whales, which is basically where the snow just kind of piles in a circle, kind of around the tree. Because the tree has so many branches that it kind of just blocks all the snow before it gets to its base. A little inaccurate for like real life, but this is art, not real life, so we're good. So we're just going to clean up. And then we will just let that dry, and that is perfect. So I'm just going to let it go like this. You could put Merry Christmas on it. You can do totally whatever you want. I want this to be a winter tree. This is going to be my winter tree. So it does not have to be Christmas, but you could totally make it Christmas if you want to make yours Christmas. Definitely keep on coming back for some more good crafting here at Purple Penguin Craft Room. Happy crafting.